Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 9, entitled as Rajavidya Rajaguhyam. Sloka 30. Api chet su-durācāraha bhajate mam ananya-bhāk sādhureva mantavyaḥ samyag vyavasito hi saha. Now let's consider the case of two persons, one being a person properly having religious conduct, properly adapting the means, and whereas the other person having shortcomings in his religious behavior, does not follow the means properly. Considering the way they do, accordingly the results vary as well. If we follow, you get certain result. If you don't follow, you may get a different result. In that case, how can the second type of person can be considered or equated with the great souled people? The answer for this question is right there in the sloka, where Krishna says, samyag vyavasito hi saha, which means this class of devotees are completely resolved or completely convinced about Krishna, that Krishna is Bhagavan, meaning one without any faults. Not only without faults, but he can also remove the faults of others. He is full of innumerable auspicious qualities, unlimited qualities, and he is the only cause of all the universes. From him everything comes. Yato va imani bhutani jayante, as stated in the Upanishad, Nikala jagadeka karana bhutam, that he is the cause. I am the cause of everything. The devotees considered me to be the Lord, their master, their Swami, and they are convinced that they are my property. I am the owner. Therefore they know that I will take initiative to reclaim my property. They consider that I am their Guru, Mama Guruhu, my teacher, who gives good knowledge even to a person like myself, who is the most foolish person in the world. But he imparts knowledge unto me for my benefit. He is the best friend, Sukrita, well-wisher. In spite of considering my shortcoming, he is still there to help me in all means. And also, such devotees are convinced that the Supreme Lord Krishna is the ultimate abode of permanent bliss. Considering my situation, I am fond of the lowly sensual pleasure, which ends up in sorrow mostly, most of the time or all the time. But he is so kind. He reveals himself to me as the supreme enjoyer. So what Krishna sees here is such a person who is completely resolved, convinced, has the determination and this understanding towards me is greater, because many people have excellent religious practices, but they do not have such determination, understanding. They are not convinced about me. Whereas my devotees, due to some circumstances, probably because of their previous karma vasanas, they are pulled into some activities. They commit some mistakes. But his faith, conviction is stronger all the time. He doesn't give up his devotional service unto me. Therefore, I overlook these mistakes. Do not consider them to be the reason to reject them. Therefore, the message for us is, even if a person was of some serious bad behaviors, but if he is in the path of bhakti and taken complete refuge in Krishna wholeheartedly, we should know, due to the majesty of the Lord, this person should be accepted and considered as a devotee. Else, if we continue to see such person based on his act, it is like we are doubting and underestimating the power and greatness of the Lord itself, because the Lord himself accepted such person to be the great devotees. Some commentators say that this is not about ordinary people and their bad behaviors. It is regarding the rishis and devatas and others who have divine attributes, but at times appears to be some misbehaviors in their conduct. Therefore, according to those commentators, it is said one should not look upon them lowly because they are active. To conclude, it is important as a devotee one should be very careful in their behaviors, in their practices, in their dealings. But for whatever the reason, if a person fall into some misbehaviors, does something wrong, still that person has to be esteemed and honored for one reason, and that is his conviction towards Krishna is stronger. That does not mean one can say I'm completely convinced in Krishna consciousness, but can perform sinful activity. It's like wearing a dhoti kurta, wearing tilak, wearing kantimala, and carrying a tulasi beads in one hand and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and on the other hand, having a fishing rod. Therefore, intentional and planned activities, bad activities, should be completely stopped. Whereas, on the other hand, if a person is completely convinced, complete conviction towards Krishna, but accidentally, with no plans, unintentionally get engaged in some abominable activity, is still considered to be a great soul. That opens up another question. With a clear conviction alone, how can this person with bad conduct can attain the Supreme Lord? This will be addressed in the next sloka. Api chet su-durācāraha bhajate mam ananya-bhāk sādhur mantavyaḥ samyag vyavasito hi saha. Namaste. Hare Krishna.